and I'm just gonna laugh at the weird looks you get when you're talking to a camera sitting on the front of your truck while it is looking out on the lake. Yeah. I will never get used to talking on a camera in public. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I bought, apparently I locked on my doors. I bought a new camera to try and help with the channel and try and get some better video of it. Yeah, I can talk. Try and get some better video footage. My old let me get situated here. There we go. So my old GoPros did okay. They didn't do great. They did okay. Another thing, I'm not real solid. So, due to the fact that I'm not real steady with my hands, shocking I know, that they always shook. I could never really get good footage. So I started carrying my big camera, my big DSLR. I love that camera. I love the setup that I get out of it, but it's so stinking heavy. So my entire plan was to buy a GoPro, and they irritated me. Just some things did not work right. So instead of fighting with it, I went and I bought a DJI Osmos Action. Same brand that made my drone, which is awesome for me because that thing works amazing. I love it and how it works. So we're gonna see about getting our way to Papa's. We're gonna do some work and we're gonna see how this camera works out in the field and see if it can hold up like my old Hero 4 did. Well, that car looks really nice and black, just saying. Oh, hey, yeah, I can talk, I promise. Our old dipstick came in. Cool. Man, that looks really nice and black. How'd the sanding come out? Well, that's fine. How did it come out? Is it kind of close? Is it really bad? Yeah, it actually isn't that bad. Till you get down to the bottom here.
Yeah, down around the grill area. It's probably where it was wrecked.
That, it happens on every one of them. Doesn't change no matter what. I'm impressed. Okay. Got our new batteries. Very cool. Yeah, it fit real nice.
We only need one, but
We'll just have to figure out how we're going to strap it in.
well, I'm thinking we need to cut plates because they don't sit down in that battery tray
Okay.
well.
Okay.
They actually go between the rails.
Yeah. No, we can do plates in the bottom. It's not a huge deal. And then it looks like a regular tie down will go through the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It's all good. Very little. All right, so let me grab some sandpaper and we'll get this started.
Because Ron. All right. I have my pressure relief that I worked on getting from William. And stuff, get gas.
Darkness test here. Ooh. Yeah, darkness ain't real good for it. Okay, so when it's dark, it's no bueno. In we go. Ouch. Oh. Wow. going to be a crazy busy day for us. Well, for me, I don't know as much for you.
It's never busy for me.
So, we still haven't got a name for it, but I'm saying Project Stimulated.
Why don't we let them decide?
Well, by the time they decide, the video's already out and done. And then you'll be driving it and they'll never see it again. The hope is that it never breaks and they don't see it. So, we bought that Explorer, and I'm going to give you a price breakdown on everything we spent, but we bought that Explorer pretty darn cheap. So, I was looking for rebuild kits. And a rebuild kit for an aluminum block 4.6 is right around $600, which is about what I paid for the car. So I was looking around and I found a motor that was in an accident. The valve cover was broke and the one cam girdle was broke. Now, worst case, the head's broke, which I don't think it was. It didn't look like it. Worst case, I can take a head off the motor I have and swap it on. Advantage to this, the motor's $300 and it's got 100,000 miles on it. So, we are going to rock our way up. We're going to be driving the whole way to Erie, so it's an hour and a half. We're going to go up there, we're going to pick up this motor, and then we're going to rock out back down here for Papa and I to go to Summit. So yeah, I'm going to be driving a lot today. Yeah. Worth it.
Exit right to exit.
Alright, we're hopping off the exit. Looks like we're about 10 minutes away ish. Fun. Looks like we're going out
Turn
BFE.
left on West Road.
Yeah, it looks like we're going out in BFE. This is gonna be like Feasels. Way off the beaten path. Alright, so we just got done paying for the engine. It was... there's a core charge on it, which I might not return the core, I don't know yet, but it was... I got the engine for $300. Core was $100. This one was... It ran good, but it was dropped or something. But it ran nice. It has a broken valve cover in the upper cam cap, which I can take for my other engine. So, for $300, I'm gonna take what I can get. We'll pop that in and see about making it run. We're talking about going to Presque Isle because we're literally 7 miles away. So, see what happens. Wait for this engine to get here. Try and get a little reset here.
It's a lot warmer than the last time we were here. Oh, sorry.
You probably smell our doggies, huh? You are so cute. Yeah. It's funny to think that at one point we were walking on this water.
Like a month ago.
Yeah. So
It's funny
a month ago, this was frozen and we were out walking on the
our
water.
friends would be, if you see over there towards the left, our friends would be there in about an hour working on their boat.
We're on their boat. Pretty cool.
I was trying to catch them while they were up here. I don't think they're going to make it.
Yeah. Nah. Guy's running. Trying to be nice. Alright, so now we're going to buzz around a little bit. We're going to get back on the road, head back home, so I can dump this motor off and head to Summit. All this driving. Ready?
Fun.
On the road. And I'm just going to laugh at the weird looks you get when you're talking to a camera sitting on the front of your truck while it is looking out on the lake.
Yeah.
I will never get used to talking on a camera in public. I'm tolerating it, but it's still hard. I love the fact of the screen. I'm so in love with you. Really do that just in case you couldn't hear it better. A little crusty on the top, but the chains are tight. Looks like it's pretty good shape. These are known to be broken, but this is just like some sort of cover, so that's not a huge deal. There's the actual intake. The actual intake looks good. And you see on the inside, this thing is definitely a lower mileage engine, which they had it listed at 101,000. I think it may have been in a vehicle that may have caught fire, because there's some crusty spots on it, but everywhere else shouldn't look too bad. Take these plugs off, put the ones from the other vehicle on it, pop those off, put the good ones from my vehicle on it, pop this off, replace it with the good one, clean everything out inside. Yeah. Not bad for money. Not at all. I don't know why they broke that off, but we'll figure it out. She ought to bolt in pretty easy. We're gonna head off to Summit because we got things to buy at Summit. This is the biggest part down it. Alright, well, as you can see, I'm very dirty. Hi, Ken. So the motor mount bolts are fighting me tooth and nail. I got them all out, finally, after many hours. We have, it's gonna be really dark under here, because I don't have my light, but I got the exhaust loose. All of the lower transmission mount bolts are off. We just have the two at the top. We'll do torque converter bolts tomorrow, and there's one more bolt on the starter. And then it's a matter of getting the wiring off. We gotta get the wiring off the top. Make sure everything's clear. Once when everything's clear, we can see about yanking this motor out. I think I might take the intake off just to give me a little extra room. And once we get it out, we can swap this stuff over for this side head and put it all back together. This is a struggle bus. It's like up here they have the AC compressor, they have the transmission cooler, and they have the radiator all bolted together in one assembly. And I got the AC condenser disconnected, but there's still lines connected to the transmission, but they're hard clamped the whole way back. So I have no idea how they expect this to come out in one assembly. I'm going to research tonight, see what I can figure out, add that to tomorrow's list. And we'll come out here tomorrow and we'll kick it early. She's my little helper. She's doing great.
I look weird. I can't even see myself.
I can see you just fine.
I can. It's blurry because of how long I've been wearing these.
So.
Anyway.
All right. Home we go. We shall meet again tomorrow.
Guess what? We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, so day 2 of this endeavor. I lost Mackenzie because she's with a friend now. I lost my helper. Maybe Haley will help me today. All right, back to the garage. Let's see if this thing can kick my ass for a second day. Ding, round 2. All right, so game plan is to get torque converter bolts out, get that starter out. Hopefully that's it for the bottom. Then we can head back up top and see about getting this radiator out because it's been fighting me. Yeah, we'll figure it out one step at a time. Holy shnikes. We got it out. It fought us tooth and nail. I don't know how they shoehorned an engine into this truck, but yeah, it beat my butt. So we got it out. I found damage that apparently it was wrecked before. Oh well, the crumpled ends look okay, but it looks like the core support didn't get fixed. So we'll see what we do with that. In the meantime, I have to go home. I have to order some parts to get going on that. But hey, it's not a bad start. Like the whole premise of this build is, I'm trying to do this for under $1,400. So that way, anybody that's out there and they need a nice vehicle for a reasonable price, this is showing what you can do for a sub $1,500 budget. I'm actually trying to standard $1,400, so it could be like a stimulus special, but we'll say $1,500. So it needs new motor mounts. These ones are toast. Let's see. We'll spin around here. So it definitely needs new motor mounts because that one is really bad. That one is So we're just going to do them both. Probably going to do a new rear main seal. Probably going to do a front transmission seal. Just because we're right here. I need one stud. Because I have one broken stud. All the rest of them came out. You can see like this has a better newer replacement front end pieces. It has newer shocks. It has newer tires. Good interior. So we got a lot of what we need done. You can see there's a lot of wiring. There's a lot of everything just hanging. But besides the fight, we got it out. It did take me about 9 hours to remove this. But in my specific case, it isn't normal. The bolt froze right here. So this bolt wouldn't come out. So I ended up having to go through and pull the 4 off the motor to loop this out. And that was a pain in the butt. And then on the back, I was having problems with these 2 top bell housing bolts. Again, not normally a common problem, but for me it was. Aside from that, it was really just a matter of getting everything. And it's been years since I had to pull an engine out of one of these vehicles. So I was trying to remember everything and where everything went and what you had to do. And it was like, I got so far with the bell housing bolts, and then I remembered, oh, you have to pull the intake to get pieces out from under there. So then I had to pull the intake, and it's, a lot of work. But to get a nice, reasonably luxury Explorer for this kind of money, you got to put in the sweat equity. There's the motor I ended up picking up. You can actually see, how clean the inside of it is. I mean, it's a darn nice motor. Supposedly it has 101,000 miles on it, which I believe. I got it for $300 because whoever pulled the motor out of it, they broke the cam cap. So the cam retainer was broke. Could I have ran it with that part? Possibly. But I took it off my other motor, threw it on there, and it's good to go. Now, get these parts in, see about doing that, and then once I get these motor mounts swapped, then we'll move on to throwing the motor in. Once that's done, we're going to probably do a full detail video on this. Max, who you've seen before, it's Jessica's boyfriend. He is amazing with detailing. So we're going to kind of let him loose and see what he can do on this truck and make it look a little better. I'm probably going to do some wire wheeling, try and get rid of this rust, get this all cleaned up because that kind of looks poopy. And if I'm down in this far, I'd rather clean this up and make it look better. Organ donor. And make it look better and, protect it a little bit from the rust. But I'm going to go home. I'm going to get a hot shower. I'm going to lick my wounds again because I'm about 9 total hours into pulling this and I'm about dead. So we'll get things going and then we can start putting things back together and hopefully it goes back together easier than it came apart. Till the next time, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the flip side.